When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
Jackson Dart is getting hammered all over New York today. His teammate Abdul Carter, who has not made a big play yet for the Giants. We drafted a linebacker again this year, Abdul. Abdul is out there killing Jackson. Abdul, shut up. Go sack the opposing quarterback. Shut your face. Nobody complained when you voted for Kamala Harris, you dumb bastard. Just go out there and play football. Shut up. And Leonard Green, the writer for the New York Daily News, he's a racist anyway. So I know Joe Benigno, the WFAN legend and now Sid Rosenberg contributor, he's a Jet fan, but I'm sure he loves Jackson Dart today. Right, Joe?
Well, first of all, only for you will I talk about Jackson Dart before I talk about the soon-to-be world champion Knickerbockers, okay? So I'm going to let that. It's only been 53 years, but let's talk about Jackson Dart first, okay? I love Jackson Dart, bro. I love this guy at Mississippi. I was so happy for the Giant fans when they drafted him. We should have drafted him. And I give him all the credit in the world for having the balls to go up there because he loves the country and he loves the president. And let me say this about Abdul Carter, okay? This is the guy, like you said, I'm waiting for him to make a big play for the Giants. This is the guy who, when he got drafted by the Giants, had the audacity to say, hey, I want number 56. No. And then LT, who's a big Trump guy, by the way, let me say that too. And then LT says, no, what are you, nuts? Go get your own damn number. This guy's about as close to LT, okay? You know what I'm saying, bro? Let's be honest about it, okay? He's not Abdul Carter has got a long way to go to be even a pimple on LT's ass.
LT?
Okay?
I mean, he did nothing last year. Nothing.
What's that?
He did nothing in his rookie season. Nothing.
He did nothing. And let me say this, too. Do you think if Jackson Dart, and this is what ticks me off, too, if Jackson Dart is up there introducing Barack Obama, he's getting praised.
That's right.
They're kissing his ass.
That's right.
And I heard this, too, and I don't know if this is true or not, okay, that the bump in his jersey sales has been off the charts.
That's true.
If I'm not mistaken, he's the number one selling jersey right now
That
in
is
the
true.
NFL.
That is true.
Right,
After
so let me
That's
throw
right.
that in there, too.
Yep.
God bless Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And you know what, bro? Even though I'm a Jet fan, I love my team. You know, there's no question about that. I hope that someday, okay, he delivers one for you, bro.
Thank you. I've got 4 out of 5 that was ugly against the Ravens.
Got 4.
Right.
I'm waiting for the first now, and right now, all I can think about is my basketball team, bro. What this team has done in this playoff run is unbelievable.
Well, let me stop you for 1 second before you go into the 11-game win streak and how they just bludgeon teams, even on the road in deciding games. It wasn't that long ago when my dear friend, the Radio Hall of Famer, Joe Benigno, you're getting in. I'm telling you, I have a lot of conversations.
I'm not in yet, bro. Let me tell you right now, Barry Bonds will be in Hall of Fame.
No. Don't be surprised if you're going with me. But anyway, we'll keep that to a different conversation.
That would be an honor to do.
There's a lot to talk about. I can promise you that. You got a lot of people. I'm serious. A lot of people out there rooting you on, including me. I'm not in either yet, but I'll get there, and so will you. But not that long ago, you said to me a couple of months ago, my greatest fear is I'm going to die. You're in your 70s.
Yeah,
and
72.
None of my teams are going to win a championship. The Mets aren't close. The Jets aren't close. The Rangers aren't close. And at the time, we thought the Knicks maybe were the 4th best team inside the conference. So guess what, Joe? That may change now.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I got emotional last night. You know what I did after the game was over. I watched the ceremony. I had to go to the tunes and play a little New York medley. Okay, I played New York, New York by Frank, the anthem. A little New York State of Mind by Billy Joel, even though he talks about the New York Times and the Daily News. And I'm back in the New York groove by the late great Ace Frehley. I had to do a little bit of that. I know we're not there yet, but I got to tell you, bro, I don't care if it's the Spurs. I'd rather play the Spurs, and I'll tell you why. I'd rather play the Spurs because they beat us in 1999, and because of that complete a-hole scumbag who hates the country, Greg freaking Popovich. And I know he's not the coach anymore, okay? And he's got a lot to say about shit. Excuse me, I said I shouldn't say that. He's got a lot to say about it. I hope you cut me off when I said that word. He's got a lot to say about it. But boy, oh boy, do I want to stick one up his rear end. I got to tell you right now.
Me too. I can't stand him. No, I hate him. I hate Steve Kerr also.
I don't care who it is, but I want to beat the freaking Spurs.
Me too.
I want to stick it to Victor Wembanyama, who everybody kisses his freaking ass, too.
Well, who do we? Who do we match up better against? Though?
Let me just say one more thing, okay? If you think that lottery wasn't fixed so the Spurs could get Wembanyama, you know what? Think again. Yeah. I don't care who we match up better against. You know, we got the best team. This is the best starting lineup in the NBA. This team goes 7-8 deep. They got 8 guys on this team, bro. Legitimately. 8 guys. I'll say 7. I don't want to say 8. I'll say 7. They got 7 guys on this team that I would be completely comfortable with for taking the shot to win a game at the buzzer. 7 guys. I got it, 7 guys.
I don't disagree. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he and I become very close. I'm not sure if you like him or not. We're very close, and he'll be on this show this week, too. And he's a big Knick fan. He really is. He's not one of these guys that jumped on the bandwagon the last couple of weeks. So we're seeing a lot of those.
I go way back with Stephen. He used to go on my overnight show but when we were both basically nobodies, he came on my overnight show all the time.
Good. So. I didn't even know that. Good. That's good to hear because I love you both. And he said after the win last night that if Brunson wins the championship this year, it's time to talk about him being the greatest Knick ever. I would say slow down, but that's what Stephen A. Smith said last night.
Well, I wouldn't say he goes. I will say this: he probably goes beyond Patrick. I will give him that. I would put him beyond Patrick, still behind Clyde and Willis. You know, still behind those 2 guys. But he goes beyond Ewing, and what he has done for this franchise. Let's be honest about this. You could make the case, in all due respect to Reggie Jackson, okay, and we talked about this, I think, last time. He's the greatest free agent signing in the history of New York sports. And how the Dallas Mavericks and I know you look, I mean, he was his last year in Dallas. I know he was real good in the playoffs. I think he averaged 11 points a game. Nobody saw this guy turning into, one of the all-time greats. And I'm going to say this one more. How is this guy only second-team All-NBA? What? Come on. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm going to say this, too. You know this, too. They will be underdogs in this series against either team. You know that.
Well, Oklahoma City, they should be. They're the reigning champs.
Well, what does that mean?
What it means is they're back in the finals.
No, seriously, bro. They're going to be the underdog in this series no matter what.
Okay.
Because there's still people out there that don't respect this team. What they have done. Just think about this, bro. In the 3 closeout games of the series against Atlanta, Philly, and now Cleveland, Jalen Brunson hasn't played in the fourth quarter in any of those games.
That's right, and they won by over 20 in all of them. And look,
over 20, over
30. Yeah, listen,
bro.
I think they're going to win.
Hold on.
Wait.
They won by 51 against Atlanta.
Right.
They won by 30 against the Sixers, and they won by 37 last night against Cleveland.
I mean, but in all fairness, and again, I do think the Knicks are going to win the championship, and I love this team as much as you do. I'm not waiting as long as you are because I'm a little younger, but I'm waiting a long time. You would agree that whoever wins the Western Conference Finals has played much better basketball teams than the Knicks have.
Well, I guess.
Atlanta stinks. Philadelphia stinks.
Outside of San Antonio and the Thunder, who's so great in the West?
Nobody's great, but they're better than the Knicks.
The Lakers?
You don't think Denver's better than Cleveland?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they are.
Come on.
Yeah, they are.
Give me Denver. We wiped the floor with them. Give me a freaking break.
I love the confident Knicks.
Give me a break, bro. You know what, bro? I'm tired. I'm tired of the disrespect, okay? All right? And it is time now to exercise the ghost, okay, of Charles Smith, of Michael Jordan, of Reggie Miller, of Hakeem Olajuwon, of letting Pat Riley walk, of 20 years of the abyss, of Isaiah Thomas, of Roy Hibbert blocking Carmelo Anthony. It is time to exercise all the effing ghosts, bro.
I love this. So in the final 30 seconds, you're great, Joe. You're great. In the final 30 seconds.
Really, I'm fired up.
I love it. I love it.
How could I not
Well, I'm going to keep bringing you on throughout this whole process. But in the final 30 seconds, then, and I hate to bring it up because I don't think it's going to happen, but if either one of these teams, Oklahoma City or San Antonio, beats the Knicks, will this be one of the most disappointing losses in your lifetime?
Yes.
Wow.
No question about it.
Wow.
Because if this team,
wow,
the way they are right now, if this team doesn't win the championship, Sid, when the hell are they winning?
Will you tell me it's worse than when the Mets lost to the Dodgers in '88?
This would, you know what, bro? As good as that was pretty bad. Losing to the Dodgers was bad. And that's the worst loss in the history of the Mets. There's no doubt about it. But no team, just think about this, that I root for, has suffered more brutal playoff losses than this team. No team that I root for, and I'll say it again, more brutal playoff losses. And I don't want to start breaking them all down. I don't want to go through all of it, all the pain of the Ewing years. I don't want to do that, okay? But that's the bottom line. The playoff losses that this team has had, like I said, whether it's Charles Smith, whether it's the finger roll, it was the suspensions, the BS suspensions against the Heat, we could go on and on, bro. I mean, with the brutal play last year with Halliburton, with the shot going up and coming down. No.
I don't disagree.
Years,
I'm with you. All right, okay? We'll bring you back in a couple of days. I got to run.
This is it. This is it right there. This is just a right there with the Jets. 53 freaking years. Yeah. It is time for the parade, bro. We will talk in a couple of days. As soon as we know who the Knicks are playing, we'll get you right back on. Does that work for you, Joseph? Bro, you know it. I love you. Love you, and too. I'm going to say it one more time. Sid Rosenberg should be the mayor of New York City. I want to live to see my team win a championship, and hopefully it's this year. There you go. Great little Ace Frehley for you. And then I want to be at the induction when Sid Rosenberg becomes the mayor of New York. I love you. You'll sit there with Ralph Romeo. He loves you. He loves the podcast you guys do together. I promise his lovely wife I'd mention him. Anyway, we're done for today. Joe Benigno, amazing job as always. We'll talk again in a couple of days.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?